Average is the measure of most men in the world. Average means nothing special and just ordinary. Most men either are satisfied with mediocrity or lose their ambition when things become difficult. Here are 7 reasons that some men rise above others to become special. Hello and welcome to the channel. We are going to list down the reasons why certain individuals can rise above others and escape mediocrity. Extraordinary things are always sought amongst the daily mundane tasks and happenings. The reason why the extraordinary is so out of the ordinary is the fact that there requires just as much as extraordinarily hard work and discipline to rise out of the ordinary. Since when a great person steps into a room, there is a change in the room where chatter stops and admiration starts. If you have decided to click on this video, it means you have taken the first step to take yourself on the path of greatness. Let us get into, without any further ado, let us get into it. Number 1. Fear. This is something that every man feels. It is a natural urge to protect oneself from the dangers of the real world. We develop this instinct to help us fend off wild animals, but even then, those paralyzed by fear never made it. Today it is not as damaging, but it certainly can hold a person back in terms of his potential. It can use and can usher us to a greater height if we master the fear we have within. Yet if not controlled, fear can also hinder your progress. So many men lose out on the chances to grow and reach better places. They don't lose out on these opportunities because they are not skilled enough, talented enough, or even good-looking enough, but rather because we are scared to take that chance by the scruff of the neck. After all, what is fear is being afraid of the unknown, being afraid of what that change may entail or of all the risks that come with the opportunity. That is the first sign of an average man. He will always cling on to what little he has and not look to solidify and take risks to get more in life. It can just mean keeping all of your money in a useless savings account or a safe and not allowing it to work for you instead. For example, being afraid of investing money into different financial instruments. Men who are above average will do the complete opposite of this. They will take that opportunity to present itself by the scruff of the neck. He will look to expand his horizons and work for things which push him out of his comfort zone by taking calculated risks. It means more investments in what may seem dangerous at first. After all, fear cannot be quelled completely, as it is an instinct developed to protect us from objects and actions that mean us harm. We aren't talking about that kind of fear which is good and life-saving in every sense of the term. This fear is an irrational one which comes with things that matter little, like humiliation or even getting rejected by a girl. Just try and face your irrational fear, and you may discover a precious lesson and some reward to accompany it. It may change your life forever and for the better. Number 2. Doubt. It is just as paralyzing as fear. It is also just as much present in all men in some or the other measures. It causes so much hesitation that will keep you mediocre for as long as you are in possession of it. As long as we keep doubting ourselves, we keep ourselves average. Often it comes in the way of us when we are at the threshold of something great. The feeling that we are good enough is what worries and stops us from trying new things at the end of the day. It could be anything from getting a new job, trying to learn a new skill, asking a girl out, or even trying out a new dress. After all, these things might be the path to great things. Yet questions like, am I good enough? Can I even succeed? For me, are roadblocks which only trigger a fear response in our life. We end up questioning every little thing we do and every decision we've made thus far to reach where we are in life. It comes at the moment when you least expect it. It comes when you need it the least and you are about to take the next step. A step that will lead us into a better stage in our careers, academics, love life, relationships with family, and even finance. Then we doubt our character, our skill, and our acumen. to just mess things up. It ends up sabotaging all your blueprints for success. Then again, humanity's yet another flaw is the fact that doubt is a natural reaction to life and its demands. Even the greatest face the greatest of doubts in life. Then where they succeed is not doubting themselves but rather handling these thoughts in the best way. Those who rise above doubts are the ones who can rise above the average and grasp greatness in the palm of their hands. After all, you can let doubts be a passing thought, something you easily brush off instead of letting them drown you completely. Number 3. Insecurity. Well, fear leads to doubt and doubt leads to insecurity. You call it part of the bundle of mediocrity. It leaves you in a sense of not being good enough, and if it lasts long enough, then it becomes insecurity. Everyone is insecure after we all realize we have some flaws that we may be conscious of, and is all right, no one is perfect. Insecurity is not being at peace with these flaws. It might leave with a feeling of being inadequate. The only means there is to change is to be more secure about yourself by improving your self-esteem. If you feel you are bad at making new friends, you will feel insecure about people who make new friends. Try and talk to new people and make more friends, and soon it will convert into something you are more secure. Number 4. Being too self-conscious. Most intelligent people in the world are the ones who are overthinkers. Yet then, there are so overthinkers who don't end up being successful. Self-awareness becomes a problem only when you are too into each other and start pressing on to each aspect of yourself. We are being too hyper-aware about ourselves. We shine a giant spotlight on ourselves and criticize and chide ourselves for each small mistake we have made. It is all about shutting out the voice in our head that is relaying all the mistakes you have made and causing them to keep going around in your head. Once you take the power of the voice in your head, then you are in control. It is important to know that self-awareness can be the best way to make sure you iron out your flaws. Then, focusing on it, being hyper-conscious, can lead to overthinking in the wrong direction. Number 5. Lack of responsibility. The ones at the top level have to deal with many things and they are responsible for a lot of high-profile decisions. Hence, the best way to climb the ladder of success is to assume responsibility, as it is a measure of how people with mediocre mentality and behavior always have someone to blame. They never take responsibility. They are good at making excuses. They just never want any kind of responsibility because for them, responsibility is a kind of pressure. But people who want to grow above mediocrity take responsibility as an opportunity to improve. They never take it as a pressure. Hence, don't be mediocre. Be a responsible person. Number 6. Procrastinate. There is no time like the present, and you have to seize the moment to be successful in life. The average person will do their tasks at their convenience and therefore not take a lot of work or the extraordinary work required to reach the heights of accomplishment. People with mediocre attitudes will always delay their work. After receiving something in their life for the hard work they've done, they think that they can rest for a while. They believe and think as if they have owned it and they will never be going to lose it. They overlook that after attaining the desired result. Alas, they need to work harder to remain in that position. If they procrastinate, then they will for sure see the downfall, as it is quick to lose a position in comparison to keeping. It is easy to have a top performance, but difficult to stay on top. Number 7. Low expectation. The problem is with the many average-minded people who set low expectations and then end up achieving the same. It is as the saying goes, if you reach for the stars, you will at least end up in the clouds. Many at the time, the biggest problem with that people with ordinary attitudes set the bar so low that they stay satisfied and content. This means that similar mediocre performance and never advance in their ranks. If the bar is set high, that is when they will grow in their potential. This is why they never come to know about their potential, as they believe they are not destined for great things. Then they stay in that same average quality. Hence, to move above mediocrity, set your bar high and move above your comfort zone. That is all, folks. Just avoid these habits to save you from being mediocre and ordinary. The moment you act and behave opposite of all these reasons means that you will be more successful and reach extraordinary heights. We hope you like the video. Please like the video to give us some love. Also, press subscribe to get more videos and daily inspiration to reach your potential. Also, press the bell icon to get updated on our latest videos as soon as we post them.